Good morning students. I am your Jaya ma'am and today I welcome you all in EVS online class. Students, today I am going to revise and recapitulate the chapter which already been taught to you. But before starting the chapter, I want to show you something. Just guess what? What am I doing? I am breathing. Now see. What am I doing? I am moving. I can move, I can breathe because I am a living thing. Can this board move? Can this board breathe? No, because it is non-living thing. So students, today I am going to revise and recapitulate the chapter 7, living and non-living things. Students, as we know, the world around us is full of things like plants, trees, mountains, pens, fans, etc. And these things are divided into two groups, living and non-living things. So, today we are going to revise and recapitulate the chapter 7, living and non-living things. Now, how could we divide them into living and non-living things? How could we identify them into living and non-living things? We can identify them through their spatial characteristics. Living things have their own characteristics and non-living things have their own characteristics. So let's know about the characteristics of living things and non-living things.
Things that can breathe, eat, grow, move from one place to another, have feelings, reproduce, and die. They are called living things. For example, deer, butterfly, bee, and human being. Things that cannot breathe, eat, grow, move from one place to another, have feelings, reproduce their young ones, or die are called non-living things. For example, bench, kite, balloon, and seesaw. The first characteristic is living things move. Living things move on their own. Plants are living things. They do not move like animals and human beings, but their leaves and flowers move. Flowers generally grow in the direction of the sun. The petals of morning glory flower open each morning and close as the sun sets in the evening. Similarly, the leaves of touch me not close as soon as it is touched. Just like human beings, most animals walk on their legs. Birds and bats use their wings to fly. Fish use their fins to swim. Do you know why do animals move? Animals move in search of food, water, shelter, and to protect themselves from enemies and other dangers. Sometimes they have to travel long distances. They have developed special skills like to run, jump, crawl, fly to suit their needs. Sometimes they walk upside down, climb trees, and even walk backwards. Non-living things do not move on their own. They need to be moved by a living thing. Now the second characteristic is living things grow. All living things grow in shape and size. The weight and height of living things increase as they grow. Let's do an activity to see the growth in plants. Put a few bean seeds on a bed of a cotton wool. Make sure that cotton is damp at all times, but do not over water. Keep it on a window sill without covering it. After a week, you will observe that the bean seeds have sprouted and bean plant grows. But non-living things do not grow. Living things need food and water. All living things need food and water to live. Food gives us energy to do work. We eat vegetables, fruits, eggs, etc. We drink milk, water, juice, etc. Cows, buffaloes, goats, deer eat grass. Lions, tigers, leopards eat other animals. Most of the birds eat other insects and grains. Plants are the only living things that make their own food. They prepare their food with the help of soil, water, and sunlight. All the other living things depend upon plants for their food. Non-living things do not need food and water. The next characteristic is living things need air to breathe. Have you watched a sleeping child? Watch how his chest moves up and down. This is because this child is breathing. Animals and insects also need air to breathe. Let's do an activity. Take 2 bottles with tight fitting lids. Make a few small holes in the lid of one bottle. Label it bottle A, label other bottle B. Put the cockroach in each bottle and close the lids tightly. Check them out after 4 to 5 days. You will observe the cockroach in bottle A is alive, whereas cockroach in bottle B is dead. The cockroach in bottle A is alive because air enters the bottle from the holes in the lid. So, cockroach could breathe. The cockroach in bottle B did not get any air to breathe. So, it dies. Plants also breathe in air. They breathe in through tiny pores present in the leaves called stomata. But non-living things do not breathe. Now the next characteristic is living things have feelings. Living things react to things that happen to them. They also respond to their surroundings. Animals and birds also react to things around them. A scientist, Dr. J.C. Bose, had discovered that plants have feelings. They also react to music. Let's do an activity. Touch the leaves of a Touch Me Not plant. When you touch the leaves of Touch Me Not plant, its leaves fold inwards and grouped. This shows that the Touch Me Not plant reacts when touched, but the non-living things do not have feelings. The most important characteristic is that living things produce their young ones. A dog produces puppies and a cat produces kittens. Birds lay eggs and the young ones are hatched from them. Plants produce fruits which have seeds. These seeds give rise to new plants. Human beings also produce their offspring, but non-living things do not reproduce. Let's recall the difference between living and non-living things. First point, living things grow, but non-living things do not grow. Living things breathe, but non-living things do not breathe. Living things need food, but non-living things do not eat food. Living things move, non-living things do not move. Living things feel, non-living things do not feel. Living things reproduce, but non-living things do not reproduce.
Students, till now you have been taught about the different characteristics of living and non-living things. So, hope that this video will help you to understand the chapter living and non-living things. So, stay safe, stay home, take care, bye and have a nice day.